going today. What do you do as a leader, after a day like that?
I mean, today was practice 12, and it was one of the few days where we say the defense beat us. So you got to take the wins with the losses for sure. And I called the offense up like 3 or 4 times today just to try and talk to everyone to let them know that we have to stay positive. We have to push through adversity. We need, quite honestly, we need more people to speak up on offense. We got, me and Travis Vokalek and Turner Corcoran, but we need more guys to speak up. I think that the defense does a great job of having a lot of voices, a lot of leadership. So I would say just, I told everybody today, just pick each other up and stay positive, keep encouraging each other. It doesn't matter if it's hot, it doesn't matter if it's the first or the fourth quarter. We're going to be in a lot of different environments. And I told the team today we're going to play in Michigan, we're going to play in Dublin, Ireland, we're going to play in Lincoln, Nebraska. It doesn't matter where we're at, we have to stick together and we have to push through adversity.
So overall, you like where you're at halfway through this camp or wherever we're at?
Yeah, I would say this is, you guys know I've only been here since January, but this is the best that we've looked as a team since I've been here, the last few weeks of fall camp. And offense, defense, and special teams, we have more depth. We have a lot of guys making plays on both sides of the ball, whether that's in one-on-ones, whether that's in 7-on-7 or in team periods. It's gone both ways throughout the practices during training camp, and I'm really excited about where we're at, but I'm a perfectionist. I want us to take the next step as a team. We have to get better as an offense, as a team, and I have to get better as a quarterback.
Ross said he's seen a difference in you since you had your procedure. Do you feel that?
Yeah. A lot of times the body will overcompensate. I went from October 9th to April 9th all the way through spring ball. I basically had a ligament that was, injured, and I had a lot of ongoing chronic, issues in my thumb that I didn't know about. And once we found out, we got it fixed. And I basically went from October to April throwing the football, not knowing that I had some damage in there. And we got it fixed. And I would say now I feel better than ever. My grip is 100%. I'm able to throw the ball like I want to with the velocity that I want to. Have great mechanics. I have more zip on the ball, and I'm able to throw it around the field. So I would say I probably was making it work just by compensating. From week 6 against Oklahoma in the second quarter, I threw a screen pass to Bijan Robinson on the left hash on 3rd down, and it was incomplete. And I basically probably tore and strained all the ligaments and muscles and everything in my hand. I didn't know at that time what the severity of it was, but like I said, everything is fixed now, and I'm healthy, and my thumb and my arm are stronger than it's ever been. I'm really excited about the way the ball's coming off my hands, and I think Coach Frost is right. I have more confidence and more grip, so I'm able to just make more throws.
This may sound like a dumb question, but when your thumb isn't doing what you want it to do, how do you with that? Like, how do you have to unlearn some bad habits?
Yeah, all I know is that I was able to physically still move the ball down the field. I wasn't able to throw it with the exact velocity. I couldn't throw a spiral 100% of the time. I wasn't able to throw it 60-plus yards down the field, but I could get it 45, 50 yards. So I just made it work for the last 6 weeks of the season. And then I went through spring ball, and I was getting treatment on it all day, day and night. And I don't know, I just made it work. And, football is a physical and violent sport. And if you're able to physically participate and be out there with your team, then a lot of times the coaches will allow you to be out there. So I don't know, I just made it work. And you're right, I probably compensated and changed some of my mechanics without knowing it. But, I made it work. And like I said, now that I got it all fixed, I remember what it feels like to be back to normal. My mind and my body almost forgot because it had been so long without, it being normal. But it's all fixed now, and I'm excited about where it's at.
When did the procedure occur exactly? The month?
Yeah, it was in April. Yeah, so in the offseason, sometime during our downtime after the spring game, and then in the summer I was back to throwing and doing stuff in the summer. So it wasn't a lot of downtime, and it was very minimal. And like I said, it was definitely needed, and I'm glad that I got it done because my body probably could have done it without the procedure, but I just think it was the best decision for me in my career to get it done, and also for this team. So.
Casey, at what point do you feel like you went from kind of new guy here to being a leader and someone that other guys can?
Yeah. You know, it's a fine line when you come in as a new guy and you also are the quarterback. And, you know, leadership is something that I feel like that you either have in you or you don't. It's hard to teach someone how to be a leader, and it's hard to teach someone how to speak and the words to say at the right time. But, you know, I've been playing football since I was 4 years old, and I've been playing quarterback since I was a young kid. And I just feel like that leadership is kind of an innate quality. But, you know, every day I walk in the building, I want to get better, and I want the team to get better. But I always have to ask myself, you know, when do I go? I don't want to step too far over the line, but also I don't want to sit back and do nothing and say nothing. So I think that the coaches and the team and the players here, and really the leadership, we have a Unity Council leadership committee on this team, and it's composed of offense and defense, and we have one specialist on there. And I would say that those guys have helped my transition and my leadership really become more comfortable and natural for me. And they've done a good job of taking me in and kind of allow me to lead when I need to lead. And also, I'm able to sit back and listen to Travis Vokalek and Garrett Nelson and Turner Corcoran and Nick and those guys. And I would say that the leadership that we have with the older guys on the team have probably been, those guys have been like my best friends, and they've helped me through everything so far.
Are moments like today when there is some on-field adversity, is that when you can really maybe flex those muscles a little bit more as a leader?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we're going to have a lot of adverse moments in the season, but, you know, today was one of those moments, and this is day 12. This isn't the first time that Travis and I have had to talk to the offense. This isn't the first time. Even if we're having a great practice, I think it's also important to know that you don't have to have a low point in a practice or a game to talk. So I try to walk around and I try to give guys high fives on the receivers and the offensive line and the running backs and say good job. You know, I would say that really having a positive tone and a positive approach to even just keeping guys up. If we're doing good, keep going and keep staying positive. Or if we're doing bad, then trying to pick each other up. And that's the hardest because, you know, everybody's like, okay, you know, we're already getting beat, so we're just going to stay down here. But the coaches challenged us today to pick it up, and I was challenging each other as well. But like I said, we have to do better. I mean, it was our first practice in the stadium, full pads, right? I guess it's hot for people in the last year, at this time last year, we were having practices at 115 degrees in Texas heat. So today wasn't that hot to me, but I also don't weigh 330 pounds, you know, and I'm not a lineman, so can't speak for everyone. But today was a little bit adversity, and we have to be able to fight back.
Your relationship with Marcus Washington kind of developed from when we were both at Texas to kind of now?
Yeah, I would say that our relationship has continued to grow, and it feels the same Marcus that I knew at Texas, but he's better now. Honestly, he looks quicker and faster than I remember seeing him. So I guess the strength and conditioning that he was doing down there worked out for him, and we're really good. We're really good friends, and we were roommates with each other last year. Every time we went to the hotel at Texas, we were kind of roommate buddies on Friday nights. So we talk a lot, and we're very close. Trey Palmer and Marcus are probably my good friends, but Marcus is doing a great job, and he's really staying positive. He's picked up the offense pretty good, and I don't know, I've tried to do my best to just, you know, translate the language. And when he first got here, it was funny because we'd have plays and we'd have stuff that we do. I'd give him a signal or a play that, you know, not Nebraska, but I give him like the old Texas play. I say, run it just like this, or you remember if we see this look on defense, run it exactly how you did last year against Baylor, you know, in whatever quarter. So it's just nice to be able to have that experience and that camaraderie with Marcus.
I have a broad question about just 2-minute drills. Like I'm sure you've run some successful ones in your career. What, as a quarterback, what makes you good at a 2-minute drill? What are you focusing on when you go out there for those impressive plays in seconds?
Yeah, 2-minute drill. I mean, obviously you have to understand the scenario and the situation. So usually it's less than 2 minutes, and you have to drive the whole field. It's either end of half or it's end of a game, and you need a touchdown or you need a field goal. And then you also have to ask the offensive coordinator, the head coach, or the special teams coordinator, where's the kick line? So you know as soon as you get over to the other side of the field, kind of where the kick line is and where we need to spot the ball. So I just say understand the situation and understanding football is important. as a quarterback, knowing to not take a sack, knowing to not scramble unless you're going to get positive yards or a first down, and then just knowing the areas of the field that the defense usually gives up during 2 minute and where they don't give up. A lot of times outside the numbers, they'll give that up. They give up the underneath check downs. We've had 2 2-minute drills so far. I've gone 2 times, and the first time that we did it, we were not successful. We ran out of time. I think a few weeks ago, we got down. We drove the field for from the opposite 30, drove down to the red zone. Ran out of time. Tried to hit a pass to Trey Palmer, and we ran out of time on 4th down. And then we had one just the other day where we needed a touchdown at the end of the game. It was 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. We had 1 timeout, and we needed a touchdown. He drove the ball all the way down inside the red zone, and the defense also stopped us. So, I mean, they're doing a really good job. We just ran out of time, and the coaches put us in a lot of adverse situations for our 2-minute drill. But I would say being smart with the football, understanding the situation, and just maintaining composure at quarterback is very important. Any more questions? We good?
Thanks, Keith.
Thank you, guys.